So, David Cronenberg directed this movie and also stars Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, that's right, Aragorn himself for the Lord of the Rings. Well, this was after they were looking to get to Mount Doom, so what could it be? A history of violence, surprisingly. You won't know what hit you, says Peter Travers. In this thrill packed actioner, small town diner Tom Stall uh, finds himself a local hero after he successfully takes down two thugs during an attempted robbery. His celebrity, his sudden celebrity draws unwanted attention from the outside world, including monsters Carl Fogarty, played by Ed Harris, and Richard Cusack of William Hurt, Kiss of the Spider Woman, who insists that Tom is intricately tied to their past. Fogarty begins stalking Tom's wife and children, played by Maria Bello the Cooler, and children, resulting in a bloody standoff which Tom must protect his family in what is either a case of mistaken identity or violent past that's finally caught up with him. Jeez, that's a description. And this is definitely an interesting movie. I'm like, I've always heard of it. And I'm like, small town, a diner owner, but he's got a pass. I'm like, alright, so obviously this is an atmospheric movie with a nice sense of, it's got the motif of, like, some people in a small town, like, even though they may have the nice person persona, but they are either running away from the past or just are humorously lying about something. Watch my review of The Problem with Harry for that. Yeah, it's only an hour and 37 minutes long, but when I was watching this, I'm like, okay, is he really that much of a BA, or is he just got some more stuff going on? And yeah, it's 100% a character piece. It's about escalating tension and maintaining a new identity when you're an insane hitman in the past. And yes, that's what Tom Stall was. He was Joey Cusack, where he was truly feared, and he was kind of being John Wick before John Wick, I guess, would be a good descriptor. Talking about how he violently eliminate that he was ordered to take, and he has some folks that try to deal with. So, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, alright, so what's the central theme of this? Well, one, it has to deal with identity, the duality of a persona, and the myth of the American hero, because he's hailed as this hero, how he managed to stop two a-holes from causing destruction in the town. And, it's like, what is he going to do? Oh, he managed to grab a coffee pot and eliminate another person. So instead of just a pencil, it's a coffee pot this time. No, John Wick, gotta say it. I'm like, alright then. But then, he's taking out two of the low-level thugs, and then come in the next round of fools who he takes out. I'm just like, yeah, he was definitely causing some trouble. But, it's like, yeah, you got a little bit of the action that, non-head exploding action from Cronenberg, but here he shows the more massive drama side, especially with the family, in which his family is starting to not disown him, but get a little, I guess you could say, get a little weirded out by his real side, like saying, hey, he was this hitman back in the past, and his wife is absolutely astonished at his older son. So they kind of she feels the alienation, but they still try to maintain a family unit in of the talking of who I was always told there's this person known as Joe, where they're talking, you were known as this Joey Cusack. I thought your name was Tom Stall, so you get some tension going on with him and the wife, and also the son. The son is there, so I kind of like the generational crossover, like the facade, the small town facade and everything. So I'm thinking, And then ultimately they say, okay, do what you need to do. Go handle your older brother. But there's still some there's still some family tension going on. Ultimately, our hero has to go to Pittsburgh after driving on 15, 16 hours. Yikes! In order to deal with Richie Cusack. No one named John in here. No. So yeah, it's the plot progression that works really well. It's the slow escalating tension. All the meanwhile, they have the final game of, not, I don't want to say cat and mouse, but as they're looking to like deal with things, it's like they respect each other. I think it's that code or whatever it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But in the end, after some swearing and things like that, yeah, Richie is eliminated and Viggo returns back to his family. And yeah, it's intense stuff. I mean, yeah, with like the myth of the American hero saying like, "Hey, he's like this upstanding person who just managed to stop a couple of schmucks from causing any havoc." But then we discover that his identity is not what it seems to be. It's instead something a lot more extreme. Which I'm like, geez. I mean, Ed Harris does a great job with the suit, and yet, and also the duality that they play, like what I mentioned. But also, one thing I noticed is that Mortensen has really bad Mo Howard hair, a bad Mo Howard haircut. I don't know, it just looks weird. It's got like the bowl cut, but then it comes down like to right here, and I'm like, what's up with that? It just looked odd. That's like the only odd thing I can think of. It was like a bad Mo Howard bowl cut. So whatever, I don't know. But yeah, outside of that, I do highly, highly recommend that you watch him be a different kind of king in a history of violence.